Okay, ich sitze hier mit dem Sänger von Extinction AD aus New York. Die Band wurde 2013 gegründet. So, you were on tour in Europe this year. And where have you been touring, and where else would you like to play?
We started at Brutal Assault Fest in Czech Republic. We did a handful of shows in different parts of Germany, Magdeburg, Munich, other places. We played a couple shows with Sepultura, played in Belgium with Warbringer. We did 2 shows in Poland with Infected Rain. We did a show in, I think it might have been the Munich show with Propane. It was an old New York band. I'm old too, you know, I'm actually older than the guitar player, but they've been around longer than we have. I think country-wise that might have been, we played Dynamo in Netherlands. We did a handful of festivals, Summer Breeze, we played Motoculture in France, so it's been awesome. This has been like a great show to end it with. I would love to get to more Eastern Europe, you know, in not just Extinction AD, but any band I've been in. I never played like Romania or Greece or, you know, of course nobody can get to fucking Russia now, but we were talking about on the way here, like other bands always go to used to go to St. Petersburg, we've never been there. But I mean, the next goal for this band is to get back over to Australia and like Southeast Asia, like Japan and Korea and Indonesia and such.
So you never have been there?
No, not with this band. All of us have played in other bands for years and years, so we kind of know what we're in for a little bit. But I mean, Extinction AD's been playing for just over 10 years now, and this is our first European tour. We had 2 tours canceled on us. A few years ago, the ball just got dropped. And then last year we were supposed to be over Black Dahlia murder, and I mean that obviously and unfortunately fell apart. So this is our first run here, and you know we've been spoiled. You know, we're able to play all these festivals. You know, play, like I said, we play with like bands that are like heroes of ours, like Sepultura and Propane and shit. So it's been super cool. So we're hoping to be back next summer.
So you played also smaller gigs and big stages. So what's the difference for you?
You know, to be perfectly honest, it's like the obvious things, like more people. But I mean, when it comes down to it, like you always rather play to more people, just because it's, you know, more potential for a crazier show, whatever. But I mean, that's almost not true. I mean, last night we played just us and a local band from, and I think it was Munich last night. And I mean, great band, but they're from the area called Black and Halo. And I think we played to 15, 20 people in a venue that might hold, you know, 150, 200 people.
Okay.
And like when we play performance-wise, it's no different, you know. And it's not even like a performance way, like, oh, gotta put it on. It's not that. I mean, being able to go outside of the door of my house, let alone halfway across the world, and like have the privilege to someone to show up and like watch me play my stupid guitar, you know, especially if they're like paying their money for it. Like, say 3 people show up to the show and pay. It's not on those 3 people that they're the only ones that paid that we like, oh, we're just gonna go up there and phone it in. It's the same shit to us. So the energy doesn't really change. You know, we're psyched as hell regardless. We feel privileged to play and spread our message as well as just have fun. But you know, the bigger shows, you know, you have a bigger stage, I could run around more, I could do more dumb shit, like stuff I wouldn't do when there's 3 people there like, hey, let's just raise our hand and scream. You know, I'm not gonna do that, but I mean, on the other hand, when it's a smaller show, I'll like fuck around with people. You know, I'll be playing, I'll like make jokes with people within reason. You know, I don't want to get to the goofy territory because I mean we are a serious band, but we like to have fun, and I want to engage people. You know, whether there's 1, 2, you know, 50, 500, or like 10,000. I know it's kind of like a cliche thing to say, but like I actually believe it. And the older I get, the more I actually appreciate playing. I suppose when I was a kid, it was all I knew. You know, you go up and play. Oh, you go to Germany and play. Like, oh, cool, it's fucking Thursday. Now it's, you know, every day is Saturday night to me. You know, I don't take it for granted. I have to go home and go to work in like 48 hours. So
you have a regular job?
Yeah, all of us have regular jobs. If we didn't have regular jobs, we wouldn't be able to afford doing this.
Okay. So is it a dream to live from music?
Oh, I would love it. I mean, I've done it before, but it also put me into bankruptcy.
Okay.
But I mean, playing music, 200 days out of the year and traveling the country, 9 months out of the year. I mean, it's worth more than the money. The experience and the fun of it is worth it to put yourself into debt and stuff. So hopefully we'll get there with this band. I mean, if not, we'll work our jobs when we're home, and we'll quit our jobs if we have to go on tour.
So you released a new album in 2022? Is it correct?
Yeah, March 2022 we put out Culture of Violence on Unique Leader Records. And we did an EP with them a few months prior. And this was like a deal we put together during COVID, where like everybody, like every label was dropping every band, everyone's trying to cut costs. So we're like, we could either stop playing and get beat by it, or we could double down, write 20 songs, find a new label. So we straight out wrote and recorded a new EP and kind of shopped it around as like a demo. And we got in touch with Unique Leader Records, and they're like, yo, don't put this out. Let's put this out as an EP, and we'll do a full length, next year. So fuck it, let's go for it. Oh, sorry. I don't know if so we put the deal together like super easy. They're like the sickest label that we've been a part of. They're really cool, super easy. Communication's great. They don't mind giving us money to pay for recording that sounds good and stuff like that, which is like impossible to find nowadays. So we've been playing off that album for about a year. We toured the States and Canada like crazy on that record. When we knew we were coming over here this summer, we're like, hey, what do you want to do for our next record? Like, we'll do another EP, put out a song right before we come over. So we put out our first single, Morality Bait, about a week before we came over here. And that's going to be one of 4 tracks on an EP called Ruthless Intent. That'll be out January 2024. But even before that comes out, we're going back into the studio in November and December to record a full-length record that'll be out in August 2024. So hopefully with all this shit, that's 14 more songs that we'll have out. Hopefully we'll be back promoting that record and that EP next summer.
In Europe again?
Yes, yeah.
That would be great.
That's the plan. I don't want to like fucking curse it, but I also don't believe in curses, so fuck it. That's the goal and the plan as of right now.
Okay, what would you say to the NOAF audience?
We appreciate you guys having us. Should I look at one of the cameras? Like I said, we've never been to Europe, so being able to play to anybody is a privilege. So being able to play all these different festivals and then end our 3-week tour at another festival with, I mean, I'm sure you guys think that, but like this lineup tonight is like fucking sick. Like when we first started this band and we're like, all right, we should do this, we should do that. One of the bands we always brought up, like when we go to Europe, we need to play with Gamma Bomb. And it's like, all right, cool. Now Gamma Bomb's going to play right after us. So it's awesome. We feel, like I said, we feel privileged to play any show, but to end at not just any festival, but this festival. And this festival is super cool because it's different than other ones with like 2 main stages back and forth, and you got like, the Marcus stage over there and the like, whatever the fuck stage back there, which is all awesome. But it's so cool that like everybody's here. Hey, pay attention to this one band. Chill out for 20 minutes. Pay attention to this one band. So we got to play in front of a engaged crowd. We're not splitting attention with, other bands of all different types. And sometimes you get paired up where, oh, we're so psyched to play this festival. Oh, we're playing against Megadeth. So like, thankfully we didn't have that happen. We didn't have conflicts with similar bands too much this tour, but having no conflict with anybody today was awesome. So and it's great playing early in the day. So now, like when we're done here, I'm gonna finally go set up our merch and just hang out with everybody.
That's cool.
It'll be a good time.
Yeah. Can we have Hey NOAF from you?
That's it. Just Hey NOAF.
Just Hey NOAF.
Hey NOAF.